You know, oil might just be the most underestimated thing in our kitchens. It's that quiet, shiny liquid that sits on your counter, looking innocent, until you realize you can't fry an egg, bake a cake, or sauté anything without it. But when you open your pantry, there it is, olive oil on one side, vegetable oil on the other, both looking equally smug. So what's the real difference between these two, and does it actually matter which one you use? Let's settle this greasy debate once and for all right here on History of Food. At first glance, olive oil and vegetable oil might seem like twins from different mothers. They're both golden, slippery, and essential in any kitchen. But here's the kicker. They couldn't be more different once you get to know them. Olive oil is basically the classy European of the group. It's made by pressing whole olives, no chemicals, no blending, just pure juice from the fruit. It's rich, flavorful, and loves to brag about being full of antioxidants. Vegetable oil, on the other hand, is more like the everyman of cooking. It's usually a blend of several oils: soybean, corn, canola, sunflower, you name it. It's neutral in flavor, cheaper, and the go-to choice for deep frying or baking. Basically, olive oil's polished cousin who works the grill at family gatherings. Now let's talk about how these oils are born. Olive oil is extracted simply by crushing olives and separating the oil from the pulp. That's it. It's a straightforward, almost romantic process. Like old-school winemaking, but with fruit, you can put on pizza. The best kind, extra virgin olive oil, is unrefined, meaning it hasn't been treated with chemicals or heat. That's why it has that bold, peppery taste and that deep greenish hue. Vegetable oil, on the other hand, goes through what you might call an industrial makeover. The seeds are crushed, heated, and often treated with solvents like hexane to extract as much oil as possible. Then it's refined, bleached, and deodorized. The result? A clean, odorless oil that won't overpower your food. Great for cooking, but not exactly what you'd call farm-to-table. So while olive oil is like cold-pressed juice, vegetable oil is more like the soda of the oil world. It's been through some stuff. Both oils are pure fat, which means they pack about 120 calories per tablespoon. But the kind of fat makes all the difference. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, contains mostly monounsaturated fats, the kind that's been shown to improve heart health and reduce inflammation. It's also loaded with antioxidants like vitamin E and polyphenols, which help fight off oxidative stress, basically the body's version of rust. Vegetable oil, depending on the blend, tends to have more polyunsaturated fats, including omega-6 fatty acids. Now, those aren't necessarily bad, but too much of them compared to omega-3s can promote inflammation in the body. The average diet today is already overflowing with omega-6s, thanks to fast food, processed snacks, and, yep, vegetable oil. So, nutritionally speaking, olive oil wins the Good Fat Award. But hold that thought, because there's more to the story. One of the biggest questions people ask is, which oil is better for cooking at high heat? Because, you know, no one wants a smoke alarm screaming during dinner prep. Vegetable oil usually has a higher smoke point, around 400 to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, or 204 to 232 degrees Celsius. That makes it ideal for frying, searing, or baking. It stays stable under heat and doesn't burn easily. Extra virgin olive oil, on the other hand, has a lower smoke point, roughly 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Once it starts smoking, it can lose its flavor and nutritional benefits. But here's a fun twist. Recent studies show that olive oil is actually more stable than we used to think, even at medium-high heat, thanks to its antioxidants. So, while you might not want to deep fry chicken in extra virgin olive oil, It's perfectly fine for sautéing vegetables, roasting potatoes, or even light pan frying. Think of it this way. Olive oil is the candlelight dinner, romantic, subtle, refined. Vegetable oil is the barbecue, loud, hot, and smoky, but reliable. Flavor-wise, olive oil is a show-off, and I mean that in a good way. It's rich, fruity, slightly peppery, and instantly adds personality to your food. Drizzle it over a salad, pasta, or bread, and suddenly it feels like you're dining in Tuscany. Vegetable oil, though? It's like that one friend who never makes things awkward, neutral, chill, blends in with everything. It won't fight with your brownie batter or mess up your fried chicken's flavor. It's dependable, but maybe a little boring. Some people think vegetable oil is healthy because it's plant-based. Technically true, but just because it comes from plants doesn't mean it's natural. Most vegetable oils go through heavy processing that strips away nutrients and can leave behind traces of chemicals. Meanwhile, olive oil often gets labeled as too fatty or too expensive. But here's the deal. Fat isn't your enemy. Good fats, like those in olive oil, are essential for your brain, hormones, and even your skin. And as for the price, a quality bottle of olive oil lasts a while, especially since you're usually not deep frying with it. Now here's the thing. You don't need too much time to think about what to use. Both oils have their place in the kitchen. It's not a war, it's more like a well-balanced friendship. Use olive oil when you want flavor and health benefits. Salads, dressings, pasta, roasting, or finishing touches. It shines in Mediterranean-style cooking, where it's part of what makes that diet one of the healthiest in the world. Use vegetable oil when you need something cheap, neutral, and heat-stable. Deep frying, baking, or big batch cooking where olive oil would just be overkill. You don't need to swear allegiance to one bottle. The best chefs use both, depending on the dish. So after all this, which oil wins the crown? If we're judging purely by health, quality, and flavor, olive oil definitely takes the lead. It's natural, antioxidant-rich, and tastes amazing. But vegetable oil still deserves respect. It's versatile, affordable, and perfect for high-heat cooking. Both can have a spot in your kitchen, just like you can love both coffee and tea, or both dogs and cats. At the end of the day, it's not about demonizing one or worshiping the other. It's about balance. And maybe, just maybe, knowing when your salad dressing deserves a little olive oil magic, and when your fries deserve a good dunk in vegetable oil glory. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.